And Vladimir Putin, back then, he might have been the same person, but he was faced with a whole different set of constraints back then. And the oligarchs were more powerful than him. And he wanted to take away the power from the oligarchs. Mm-hmm. And so there's an expression in the world that your enemy's enemy is your friend. And I've never met Vladimir Putin. I haven't met him then, and I haven't met him since then. But I was busy exposing the oligarchs who were stealing money from me. And he was hating the oligarchs because they were stealing power from him. And so what did he do? He stepped into the fights. So we exposed the corruption of the management of Gazprom, and the state owned 51%. They fired the management of Gazprom, and the share price rose spectacularly. We went after Sberbank, we went after Surgutneftegas. These are all big Russian companies. And he would step in on a regular basis and do stuff. And every time he would step in, the share price would go up. And so I was feeling pretty good about him. I thought, this is great. I was making money, making Russia a better place. This Putin guy was like helping out. What could be better than that? Problem was that he wasn't helping out because he wanted to make Russia a better place. He wanted to clean up Russian companies. He was helping out because he didn't like these oligarchs. And one day, he decided that he was going to win his war with the oligarchs. How was he going to do that? He was going to arrest the richest oligarch in the country, a man named Mikhail Khodorkovsky. He was the owner of an oil company called Yukos. He arrests him off his private jet in Siberia. They bring him back to Moscow. They put him in a cage in a courtroom. In Russia, there's a 99.7% conviction rate in criminal cases, and so they just keep you in the cage because that's where you're going to be afterwards. They allow the television cameras to come into the courtroom to film the richest man in Russia sitting in a cage. They eventually sentence him to 10 years in prison. And the other oligarchs in Russia are just going out of their minds. One by one, after Khodorkovsky was sentenced, they go to Putin and say, Vladimir, what do we have to do so that doesn't happen to us? Putin said, real simple, 50%. Not for the Russian government, not for the presidential administration of Russia, 50% for Vladimir Putin. And that was the moment that Putin became the richest man in the world.